Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain for You. Another busy day. Didn't get outside today. Plus it was probably a good thing. I think it was like 27 degrees and very windy, so the wind would have gotten in the microphone and I would have frozen. So, today's topic is going to be rules. And I'll explain that in a minute. And take a couple of nice breaths. Become aware when you're stressed out, when you're tense, when your worrisome thoughts take over. And just breathe. It's a great way to tell your brain to settle down. Calm down, you're okay. All right. Rules. So many of us kind of look for all sorts of explanations as to what's going on, what's caused these problems. We grew up in an environment where we were trying to be perfect, where we're trying not to cause any trouble or make any waves. And these things kind of carry with us throughout our lives. So we tend to set rules for ourselves that set up the parameters of how we're going to navigate the world and show up. And so the rules might be, growing up, I need to get straight A's. That's a rule. Why? Because I don't want to disappoint my parents. Because the last time I disappointed my parents, they had a fight, and that was scary. I don't want them to break up, because I've heard other people's parents split up too. And I don't want to be, kid of a divorced parents. And so it's on me to be perfect so that they don't split up. So we set up all these rules. I need to be perfect. I need to be liked. I need to be well loved. And if I'm not perfect, nobody's going to love me. And we have other rules that say I need to journal every single day. I need to do my TMS work every single day, and I need to do it perfectly. Because if I don't do it perfectly, I'm never going to get better. We have another rule that says, well, if TMS is about this repressed emotional stuff, I have a rule that says I need to keep digging deeper, harder, darker until I find that negative lost emotion that's causing all this trouble now in the present day. And so I need to work harder and harder. My rule says I need to be perfect at this too. And so we can set up all these rules and parameters. And we could say, well, I had a pain flare after I got in a fight with my mother. So I can never have a fight with my mother again because that triggered me. And so here's another rule to add to my list of rules. It says don't fight with mom because that triggers symptoms. Rules. And before you know it, we set up all these rules and we start living in this box, in this prison of our own creation that says I need to navigate the world and the life that I have with a very strict set of guidelines. And if I screw up, I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it with the attention and care from others. I'm going to pay for it with symptoms. I'm going to pay for it with significant emotions. And we can really box ourselves in. And what I'm telling you is that the rules do nothing more than make our world smaller and smaller until we're just operating in this little tiny space that says I need to be perfect, and perfection can only exist in this little tiny area that I've defined as what's acceptable. And so I don't know if you guys remember it, but I did a video not too long ago called Permission to Be Human. If you haven't seen it yet, please go back and watch it. Maybe 4 or 5 days ago, I forget. But permission to be human means throw away the damn rules. Obviously, treat others as you would like to be treated, right? The golden rule. But please, stop requiring yourself to be perfect. Stop requiring yourself to do things in a very specific way. Just talked to a guy today who doesn't work. He's like 65. And he was telling me, he goes, it's kind of crazy that I've got this set of rules or this schedule that's almost military in precision that I have to eat breakfast at a certain time of day. I have to do this by that certain time of day. And his whole day is planned in military precision. And he said today was the very first day that he did not have oatmeal with strawberries and raspberries in as long as he can remember. So his life was based on all of these rules. And so many times, when life seems scary and uncertain, we look for certainty in the rules. Because if I can set up the parameters and live within these rules, I'm certain how the day's going to go. And we look for that consistency and the certainty. But I'm here to tell you, when you're living within this set of rules, where's the joy? Where's the purpose? Where's the meaning? Where's the laughter? Where's the connection with others? The rules are not keeping us safe. The rules are keeping us bound into a rigid set of guidelines for ourselves that kind of sucks all the joy out of the day. Especially trying to be perfect all the time, every day, sucks all the joy and the fun out of it. All right? Do yourself a favor. Next time you don't have much going on, you don't have to work, you don't have any family responsibilities with others, just give yourself a day for self-care, where you throw these rules out the window. Say, today there's no rules. My only rule is going to be to have some fun. That's your job for the day. Self-care. If that means you go to the spa, you go to the gym, you take a walk in nature, you get on a bike, you go for a ride, you just lay in TV and watch, funny shows all day. Whatever it may be that you haven't given yourself permission to do because it doesn't fit in with your perfect self and your rules, give yourself permission to break some rules. Live a little bit. Stretch the envelope a little bit. And actually have some fun. Because I'll tell you what, if you live according to rules and you set up these very strict rules for children, if you've got any, they're not going to have much fun either. And so, let me know what you guys and gals think. Are you the type of person who's driven by rules and guidelines and requirements and demands and perfectionism? Or are you a little bit more easygoing and you kind of roll with it and go with the flow and see how the day turns out? And I'm not saying rules are not helpful. If you need to be a productive person and get a certain number of things done, sometimes rules are a good thing. And a little bit of schedule and discipline is a good thing. But if it's domineering your life and controlling every aspect of your being, you're just boxing yourself into that cage and saying, I can't step out of this, otherwise I'm going to pay for it. I will lose the love or care from others. I will have all symptoms flare if I allow myself to feel certain emotions, do certain physical movements, right? We say, I cannot do exercise, I cannot ride a bike, I cannot move this way or that way, I cannot bend over, I cannot vacuum, I cannot do anything, I can't cut the lawn, I can't whatever. Those rules are designed to keep us safe, but what do? They just lock us up in the closet and say, you're not going anywhere. You're not going to have much fun while you're locked up. So please try to cast aside the rules that don't actually serve a purpose. If the rules are to keep you safe, what you're going to realize is that they're also keeping you from having any joy or fun in your life. So, somebody comment below. Let me know what rules you've been living with and for how long, and whether or not those rules have served you. In some cases, I guarantee somebody's going to say, yep, these are my rules, and they're very useful because they help me to do this, that, and that, and accomplish this stuff. Great. But I also suggest that, or I also would surmise that there's going to be plenty of you out there that live within a certain set of rules. It's done nothing but rob you of your happiness, joy, and peace. So in either case, comment below and share your experience with me. I'd love to hear from you. So rules. I forget what movie it's from. We don't need no stinking badges, right? We don't need no stinking rules. Guidelines maybe, suggestions sure, a little bit of self-discipline when it helps us. But boy, the strict, regimented set of rules that you live your life by, or you fear that you'll have some negative consequences, not sure they're good for us. So what do you guys think? Comment below. Love you guys and gals, and happy Friday. And we'll see you tomorrow. Love you.